All right, how's everyone doing today? Today, we're gonna be doing a bit of a different type of shave. We're gonna be doing, well, a normal shave, but we're gonna be talking about little tips and little tidbits of knowledge for maybe a newer type wet shaver. It's a hot rag. I just got out of the shower, but what I would do is I would take this, soak it in the same water that my brush and razor sit in to kind of get up to temperature so it's not cold, so the razor's not cold on your skin. And I'd let this sit on my face if I had the time, like that, for 2 or 3 minutes before the shave. So that's one prep. I did just get out of the shower, so I just use this as a little prop, so it's not necessary. I took a warm shower. That's the best prep you can do. And then after that, you can do these pre-shave creams. They also sell like pre-shave jellies. I've never used one of them, and I'll say that the warm water conditions your skin for like the entirety of the shave, and these really, you don't get any appreciable difference in your shave after about the first pass. So with that being said, best prep is a hot shower. Next one is a warm towel, but it does take a little bit because you're actually having to stand there and do it. And then the third would be one of these pre-shave creams. And so we're going to get started today. We're going to be using the Gillette Heritage razor again, but I've gotten rid of the feather blade. It did much better for me than the Gillette Platinum, but today we're going to be using Kai blades. They're considered to be as sharp, or maybe just a touch less sharp, but they are more broad from shaving edge to shaving edge. So you get more blade reveal, which is one of the things that can make something feel more aggressive or more efficient. So we're going to try that today and see if maybe the blade reveal out of the top cap. So whenever you put a blade on, just hold the top cap like that, lay it down on top, base plate, screw it down, check it, make sure it's even. This one's a bit off. There we go. All I did was use these little tabs that stick out of the end and kind of maneuver it before I tighten the handle all the way down. So we'll see how that goes. And as blades go, for new wet shavers, always best to just get a variety pack and try it yourself, because how some blades do for some people might be totally different for you and or anyone else. And as razors go, for someone new, use something that you hear other people say that they use as their first razor, like a 34C, a Merkur 34C, or the 23C, which is the long handle version of the same thing. My personal choice would be a DE89 by Edwin Jagger, and then one behind that would be the Mula R89. They're mild to medium aggression, efficient, where you don't feel like you have to do 4 or 5 passes to get that taken care of. One of the wild cards for me is a Wishi razor. That will be coming up in a different video. It is not one of the ones that you see being sold on TV or that you'd find in your local Walmart or Asda or any type of pharmacy. And it's actually made of brass instead of some type of alloy that's not, no, brass is an alloy, but one type of like junk alloy, I would say. So let's get started. I'm using a Omega boar brush, and this would be something I would suggest to a new wet shaver because it's around $10, so it's not very expensive. And boar brushes, if someone was gonna go with a gray badger or pure badger brush, I would definitely suggest, instead of doing that, go with the boar brush. They hold similar amounts of water, lather nearly as quickly, if not just as quickly, and they will give you a very long service life. And the scratchiness that you get out of it from the very beginning and will go away. The tips will split and it will feel like a much more expensive, luxurious razor, where the gray badger brush will always feel just as pokey and scratchy as the day you bought it. I've owned 2 pure badger brushes and I no longer own them. Here. I did not enjoy them, so I would not suggest getting them. So we got this cream. We're using Aftershave shaving cream. And as this goes, this is the peppermint. It smells amazing. It smells just like you're holding a bunch of peppermints right here. As creams go, they're much easier to use than a soap. For if you don't want to worry about having to lather up, you just want to say, all right, get almond sized amount out, get a pea sized amount out. And it's less subjective, than like a 20-second load, 30-second load. And you want to get it the same result every time. I would suggest using a cream. But there are hard soaps, soft soaps, creams, and if you stick with some of the ones that are more worldwide available, you will not go wrong. I would suggest going with one that's like Taylor Bond Street. Those work every time. They have a plethora of scents for you to pick from, and they're nice. It's difficult to beat for the price and the amount that you get. So now we're going to get on to the actual shave. That feels good. Okay. So whenever you get to shaving, take the razor, place the bottom cap or the base plate on your face like that. Turn until you kind of feel where the blade's biting in. And you want to move down. None of this. Do not move with the wrist. It's all from the shoulder and elbow. Once you set your angle, you got it. And I would say this Kai blade is doing the trick. This is definitely making this razor much more enjoyable. And with that, all this being said, going down is relative. You go down with the grain of your beard. So if your hair grows, I think I cut in there. If your hair grew like this or like that, you'd follow the grain. So that brings me on to beard mapping. See how I'm going this way now? My hair grows down and then takes a curve right here. Straight down, and then right here it does up, down, and a swirly type thing. We won't get into that, but generally speaking, you go with the grain on your first pass because it's about beard reduction, not total elimination. And this Kai blade is really doing it for me. That little bit of extra blade reveal is making this razor perfect level of efficiency. Just the right amount of blade feel. That's awesome. You don't need to take big, long pulls. You can. But in spaces right here where angles change so quickly, there's no need in it. I'm still dealing with a little irritation from the first use with this razor. So you can hear still growth, nothing wrong with that. Not about taking it all out at once. And that brings us down to, do not shave it if there is no lather there. Between passes, I always kind of freshen the moisture up because it's being lost to the environment. And there's no need to scrub like that if you have sensitive skin. No need to. I always have. It's kind of a habit. You can just sit there and paint it on like a brush. Well, like a painting or a wall. The scent is really awesome. Alright, so since my hair grows down, the across the grain path is either this way or that way. So I always start at the, generally try and start at the sideburn. And then since my hair grows like this, I generally do what you call like a J hook, but we won't do that for the shave. We'll just continue to come in and we'll stop. And then I'll go this way. And stop once we hit the natural border, the sideburn. Wow, that did not do much good. So there's that. And one of the things I will say for this razor, it has a really good knurling texture. So even though my hands have, well, this one does, I guess. Even though my hands are a bit covered in soap, I still feel like I got good grip on it. And I will release a couple or some videos where I go into more detail on each individual aspect of it. Just cut myself. Look at that. Allen block. I'm paying more attention to what I'm thinking about and talking about than actually shaving. So, if you're new, you will cut yourself. If you've been doing it for 10 years, you will cut yourself. There's nothing wrong with it. So, that's it for a second. And we'll go across the grain. So for this, it's up. Wow, that feels so good. Those Kai blades make a world of difference. That is awesome. And the entire time you're shaving, I probably should have said this way before right now. People probably checked out. You're not putting any pressure. The amount of pressure that should be applied to your face is the same amount that the razor's head makes the entire time. You know, that first pass down, no pressure. You just the weight of the razor head down, just like that. And like I said, all from here, not from here. That's how you make mistakes, by constantly changing the angles. So this is wild. Listen to that. There is, hear the difference? There's hair left there, very little left there, none there, well, very little. So I'm gonna do a light cleanup pass, and then we'll get on the aftershaves. All right. So this, I am thoroughly impressed by this blade and soap combination. So I'm going to rinse off a little bit of cool water. What that does is helps close those pores off that you opened up with the warm water, warm shower, warm towel. Wow, that's awesome. I can't get over what that Kai blade did. So today, we're gonna be using an Allen block, seeing how we do irritation wise. No burn, no sting, all the way across. All you do with these things is you wet them, and they're astringent. No burn, no sting so far. And I am saving that little bit on my lip for the last here. So. I do not have a styptic pencil, and that was a pretty quick little nick. So it'll come up here in just a second. So with these, you got witch hazels, which are different types of astringents. You got aftershave splashes, balms, and creams. And for me, creams are for winter or when it's dry outside. Splashes I enjoy a good splash. It helps disinfect the area, and they generally smell pretty nice as well. This is Aqua Velva Ice Blue, one that you can pick up at your local pharmacy or supermarket. And it feels rather nice. This has a bit of menthol in it, which is a good little play off of the peppermint. And let's see here, how's that come along? It's still going. Wow. Let's see if we can get something else out from here. Still here, promise. Woo, there I am. I'm using some of this 444. And this helps with a little bit of nicks and stuff. It doesn't take much, just Alright, so this is a bit longer of a video, but I did talk way more, and I had to deal with the aftermath of nicking myself, which I guess is good, because it's gonna happen one way or another. So dealing with that, you can get some stuff like this 444, which should take care of that. Alum blocks and a styptic pencil, which I don't have because it's been a long time since I've actually done something like that. And I think I dropped the last one I had and it shattered into 15 different pieces and tossed it and never got a new one. Wow, it's impressive. Still going, but that's all right. Y'all have a lovely day. Hopefully you learned something. If anyone else has anything they want to add, put it in the comments. I will be doing individual videos, probably 5-10 minute videos on all the things we talked about today. And if you're still here, just know that if you're starting out, don't get the most expensive thing. It's generally not going to work out. It'll work out. Generally not. Quality does not follow price here. There are people out there creating soaps that are selling for 75 cents an ounce, and it's going to work for you or anyone else just as well as someone who's selling it for $3, $4, $5 an ounce. And you don't have to, if you want into colognes, perfumes, stuff like that, get sample packs. They're fairly inexpensive. Find out what you like, and then explore that perfume house. Don't go get the most expensive thing or the newest thing. Look at reviews. That's the best thing. That's the most important thing I could say to anyone. I fell off the deep end. Just couldn't get enough soap, couldn't get enough aftershave, and then I fell into really enjoying fragrances, and then jumped off that bridge and into a different world of fragrances. And that has totally changed how I appreciate a good scent. But that's neither here nor there. When you're first starting out, look for high value items. And I'll be doing a video on that as well. Y'all take care.